Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in. If you've opened literally any social media app recently, you know exactly how overwhelming the whole wellness trend space has become. It's wild. One day you're told you absolutely must eat massive bowls of raw kale just to survive, and the next day it's this imported ceremonial grade matcha that's supposedly the only acceptable way to jumpstart your morning. Give it until the weekend, and suddenly everyone is drinking sea moss gel smoothies or downing these intense shots of pressed turmeric and black pepper. It genuinely feels like there's a new, exotic, must-have ingredient popping up every single week, demanding both your attention and your wallet. So it really begs the question, doesn't it? Are these super expensive, incredibly trendy foods actually a miracle cure? Or are we all just falling for some incredibly clever marketing? I mean, we've all seen the massive promises attached to these items. Instant weight loss, glowing skin, anti-aging, bounding energy levels that will totally replace your morning coffee. But when we strip away that vibrant, earthy packaging, all those carefully curated aesthetics, and the countless influencer endorsements, what does the actual science say about what we're putting into our bodies? Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our investigative roadmap for today. First, we'll uncover the superfood myth. Then we'll explore why we buy in. Third, we'll look at marketing versus reality. Next, we'll answer the big question, do superfoods actually work? And finally, we'll wrap things up with a smarter approach. All right, kicking things off with section 1, the superfood myth. Okay, get ready because this is perhaps the biggest bombshell of our entire explainer today. The word superfood, it is not a medical term. It has absolutely zero official scientific definition. Seriously, none. It is purely a marketing buzzword. It was explicitly created by marketers to sell products, to build hype, and to drastically boost those profit margins. It was definitely not created by doctors or dietitians to give you a clinical health recommendation. Just let that sink in for a second. When you see that shiny word printed on a label, it hasn't passed through some rigorous clinical trial to earn that title. It was just brainstormed in a corporate boardroom to make a product stand out on a really crowded grocery store shelf. Now hold on, don't completely write these foods off just yet. While superfood is undeniably a marketing term, the actual minimally processed foods they're promoting, things like avocados, chia seeds, spinach, walnuts, they genuinely do contain highly beneficial nutrients. They really are packed with essential vitamins, trace minerals, antioxidants, healthy fats, and dietary fiber. They are undeniably good for you. For instance, the healthy fats you find in avocados, they're vital for your brain function and hormone production. And the dietary fiber in chia seeds is absolutely crucial for keeping your digestive tract healthy and stabilizing your blood sugar levels. So these foods provide incredible building blocks for cellular health. They're just not magic spells. Moving right along to section 2, why we buy in. Think about our modern health struggles for a minute. We're dealing with high chronic stress, terrible sleep, persistently low energy, rising obesity rates, the incredibly high consumption of ultra-processed food, and just rampant digestive problems. If you're dealing with any of these, and let's be totally empathetic and honest here, almost every single one of us is battling at least one or two, you know exactly how exhausting it is. Our modern lifestyles are incredibly demanding, and they usually leave us feeling completely depleted by the end of the day. So naturally, when someone promises a simple, magical cure, like, hey, just drink this specialized green tea, or eat a handful of these exotic berries and you'll suddenly feel amazing, it is highly attractive. We deeply, deeply crave a simple one-step solution to our very complex, multi-layered exhaustion. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that it validates exactly why these specific foods gained their glowing reputations in the first place. These foods do have scientifically backed benefits. Blueberries, for example, really do contain powerful antioxidants called anthocyanins. These compounds actively neutralize free radicals in your body, which helps reduce oxidative stress and actually supports both brain and heart health over time. Salmon provides essential omega-3 fatty acids, which are critical for cardiovascular health and lowering cellular inflammation. Turmeric, it contains an active compound called curcumin, which is a really potent anti-inflammatory agent. And Greek yogurt offers robust probiotics that replenish the good bacteria in your gut microbiome. So the benefits are completely real, and the science is completely sound. The danger only starts when food companies isolate these benefits and try to market them to us as absolute miracle cures that can magically cancel out our other bad habits. Which brings us perfectly to section 3, marketing versus reality. This right here brilliantly illustrates the ultimate industry trick. Imagine you're standing in the checkout aisle and you see a product boldly labeled Superfood Energy Bar. Sounds incredibly healthy, right? It feels like a smart, totally responsible choice. But what food companies often do is take a highly processed, sugary granola bar, one that is fundamentally no different from a candy bar, and they just sprinkle in a tiny, almost microscopic amount of chia seeds or a light dusting of acai powder. Then they slap that buzzword on the front wrapper. They aggressively use the label to make a completely unhealthy, sugar-loaded product appear like a modern wellness essential. It's a classic bait and switch. They're exploiting our desire to be healthy, all while feeding us the exact same processed ingredients that contribute to our fatigue in the first place. Furthermore, marketing actively tries to convince us that wellness inherently requires a high income. They relentlessly equate health with expensive, trendy items. You know the ones: $20 detox smoothie powders, rare adaptogens, and exotic imported ingredients harvested halfway across the world that promise rapid weight loss and cellular anti-aging. But contrast all that luxury marketing with our everyday heroes: oats, apples, lentils, spinach, beans, carrots. These everyday, affordable, locally accessible whole foods are incredibly nutritious and structurally sound. Listen, wellness does not require a massive budget or an exclusive specialty health food store membership. A simple, crunchy apple or a warm, fiber-rich bowl of oats can provide incredible, scientifically proven benefits to your body without breaking the bank.
All right, section 4. Do superfoods actually work?
The honest answer: yes, nutrient-dense foods absolutely work. But, and this is a big but, they do not work in the instant, magical ways social media suggests. The real foundation of your health is a compounding process built through daily, repetitive habits. It is all about eating balanced meals rich in whole foods. It's about exercising regularly to maintain your cardiovascular and muscular health. It's sleeping well so your brain and body can actually recover. And it's actively managing your stress levels. Oh, and toss in drinking enough water too. No single miracle ingredient, no matter how rare or how expensive, is going to instantly burn fat, reverse aging, or prevent chronic illness all on its own. Human health is built over time. It's habit by habit, day by day. When you consistently add nutrient-rich foods to a solid behavioral foundation, that is exactly when you see real, lasting improvement. So we've got to face a hard-hitting truth here. A salad won't fix a month of unhealthy eating. It is the absolute truth, even if it's kind of hard to hear. Downing one expensive, nutrient-packed smoothie on a Sunday morning cannot and will not replace proper, consistent nutrition from Monday through Saturday. You simply cannot out-supplement a diet that heavily relies on ultra-processed foods just by throwing a handful of trendy seeds or green powders on top of it. True health isn't about that one incredible thing you do occasionally. It is entirely about the average things you do consistently.
Let's talk solutions. Section 5. A smarter approach.
So the absolutely crucial point I want you to take away from this is consistency matters infinitely more than hype. Eating simple, colorful whole foods consistently over the span of years is profoundly better for your body than chasing an expensive, restrictive TikTok trend for a week. You do not need perfection, and you definitely do not need expensive detox powders to cleanse your system. Honestly, your liver and kidneys already do that for free. Just reducing ultra-processed foods, adding a variety of fruits and vegetables to your plate, and eating foods you actually enjoy and can realistically maintain long-term, that is the real, unglamorous secret to well-being. True wellness is inherently sustainable. It actually fits into your life, your budget, and your real-world schedule. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final provocative question to think about. What is your sustainable super diet? And I don't mean the one an influencer is trying to sell you through a bio link. I mean the one you can build right now using everyday heroes to create long-term, affordable health habits. The next time you see a product aggressively marketed as a miracle cure, just take a step back. Look past the vibrant packaging, ignore the hype, turn the product around, and check the actual ingredients. Remember that healthy living is so much simpler and so much more accessible than the internet makes it seem. Keep making those smart, sustainable choices.